Okay, we've returned. Let's start the next case. This is the final one in Supernatural Investigations number 30. To hell and back. Okay, this is what we missed last time. I don't think we can do this without Arthur, Matthew. If he's still alive, we've got to go to the Netherworld and rescue him. But how are we supposed to get to the Netherworld? We can't just click our heels together and... Hey, you there! You're all coming with me. Get in that cell. I'll be back to deal with you later. Everyone okay? As okay as I can be, given that we just got abducted by one of the Demon Queen's freaking guards. At least we're all together. But we need a plan of action before that guard comes back. Agreed. We need to look for a way out. Alright, let's take a look around this cell, Matthew. That was what last time ended with. Oh boy. So we were taken hostage last time, and now it looks like that's Arthur Darkwood. Let's kick the bucket. And I know the new season has started, and thankfully my charger came well before the new game could be released, since Travel in Time has just been released. Matthew, that demon sliced in two, it's Arthur. He's dead. Selves to rely on. Nobody's coming to rescue us. I don't know how that locked box you picked up will help us escape, but... Now, where were we? What happened to the traitor? He's dead! You tell us. Arthur died in your custody. Arthur, as you humans call him, was alive when I left to arrest you. I should have checked on him when I threw you lot in here earlier. Looks like Arthur's sword is gone too, since every demon's weapon leaves its own magical signature. The killer must have used Arthur in the murder to avoid detection. This is a disaster. Our glorious queen will have my head when she finds out. You can't expect us to believe your queen would shed a tear over Arthur's death. You humans know nothing. I was under strict orders to keep Arthur alive. The queen said it was imperative that Arthur didn't die until she was ready to open the veil tonight. But I have an idea. You're supposed to be hunters. You will solve the murder for me, and I'll deliver the culprit to the queen. Maybe then she'll spare me. And you'll let us live in exchange? Haha, of course not! The queen will do whatever she likes with you. Now, I'll put all my resources at your disposal and you're free to roam around. Just stay out of the queen's way. If you need anything else, just call and I'll appear. But... he's gone. What now, Matthew? Matthew's right. Let's start by opening that locked box. Alright, with any luck, solving Arthur's murder will give us a lead on how to defeat the queen so that we can get out of here. Reggie Pratt. Wahaha! I heard we had you locked up down here. Reggie? How convenient that you should turn up. I guess you're our first suspect. Matthew, Gwen's been tormented by Reggie enough. You and I should take care of this. Let's talk to him and then examine that locked box. Okay, I'll start the autopsy. And since I have the star... No, actually I think I'll open the locked box first. Go. What the hell, Matthew? This box is full of tea bags. You met a demon with a penchant for tea before? Mrs. Pickles, aka Edwinata. She was manning the lighthouse portal when you investigated Bucky Johnson's... I wonder what Edwinata was doing down here in the cells, Matthew. With any luck, she'll still be around for us to ask her. Okay, no, I got stars to collect, so sit tight, everybody. Okay, now let's talk to Edwinata. Hello again, dears. I didn't expect to be seeing you here. Were you expecting to see Arthur Darkwood instead? Darkwood? Oh no, I just came down to have a potter around and do a wee bit of dusting, dearie. Well, Arthur has been murdered, and we've been charged with finding the culprit. Murdered? That'll be a nightmare to clean up, so it will. But a bit of Mr. Biceps should do the trick. You don't sound too surprised by the news of Arthur's death. We're demons, dear. Evil is what we do. Now I'd better be off. My pet hellhound doesn't like it when I'm away for too long. How does it feel, Matthew, knowing that all your efforts to stop us were pointless? You haven't won yet, Reggie, and now it's our turn to ask the questions. Did you really come down here to gloat about our capture, or because you killed Arthur Darkwood? Arthur's dead? I must admit, nothing would have given me greater pleasure than to kill that traitor. I would have loved to drown him in the river Styx, or burn him alive in the hottest hellfire. But our wondrous queen needed him alive. I wouldn't have done anything to interfere with tonight's plans. How exactly did it involve Arthur? Nobody is privy to that kind of information, not even me. But I know our queen won't let a setback like that stop her. I've got my war paint on, and I'm ready to invade your pathetic world as soon as she gives the word. Enjoy your last few hours, Matthew. What do we do now, Matthew? The guard said we were free to leave the cell, but I have no idea where we can start looking for clues about Arthur's death. You think we should go to the river Reggie mentioned? I'm not sure how I feel about visiting the legendary boundary between here and Earth. But it's the only lead we have, you're right. We're sure to attract too much attention if we all go, so you and I better investigate the river Styx alone, Matthew. Alright. Oh. this is the River Styx, Matthew. When I signed up for this job, I never imagined I'd end up in hell. But now we're here, and the guard has tasked us with solving Arthur's murder so that he can deliver the culprit to the Demon Queen, who our chief has sworn allegiance to. We just have to hope that finding Arthur's killer will shed some light on why the Queen was keeping him alive until she can break the veil tonight. And with any luck, that information might help us figure out how to bring her down. Now let's see what you found. Those metal pieces could be a clue, if you can put them back together. And as for those ores, if you think that a lead might be lurking among them, then we better take a look. And remember, the guard gave us strict instructions to keep a low profile, so let's take these clues back to our cell. I need to get a few more stars, so sit tight, folks. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna pause it again because this thing is moving really, really slowly. Could be the fact that I've got a ton of videos here that I have yet to fuse together into one. Got it. This looks like some kind of talisman, Matthew, but what it's for is anybody's guess. Can I take a look? I've heard about these talismans before. According to mythology, they give the bearer free access across the River Styx to our world. And the talisman always bears the likeness of its owner. So we need to identify the face on this talisman. Hopefully the guard left us some records to look through. Matheron. Alright, we've trawled through the guard's records and found a match for the face on the talisman. It's a demon named Matheron. We haven't met this Matheron before, but the fact he has this talisman means he must have visited Earth. And that means he might have known Arthur. Let's grill this Matheron. Excuse me, Mr. Matheron. We've been ordered to investigate the murder of Arthur Darkwood. Do you have a moment to answer a few questions? I've got all the time in the world for my old friends. Friends? What? Agent Matheson? Surprised to see me, Matthew? Agent Matheson? But how? Haha, I knew I had you morons. But you're an FBI agent. We visited your offices, met your colleagues. I infiltrated the FBI on the orders of the Demon Queen. My mission was to exploit all possible human resources to find the traitor, Arthur Darkwood, as you call him. Is that why you pretended to be our ally? In the hope that we'd lead you to Arthur? Yes, I realized Arthur had made contact with you in Oregon, albeit without revealing his true identity. That's why I came to you in Black Ridge, to sow the seeds of our friendship. And you fell for it hook, line, and sinker. It's all been such fun. I'll almost be sad to see the Demon Queen destroy you. Who'd have thought? Holy crap. Oh, finally. Arthur's sword. Matthew, I recognize this sword you found among the ores. It's Arthur's. We know that the killer sliced Arthur in two with his own blade. They must have hidden it at the river after the murder. We need to see what Priya can find out from Arthur's sword, Matthew. 6 hours, okay. I'll see you guys when this is done. For now, this is Matthew. Catch you later. Okay, we have come back. Let's get the results of the autopsy from Ben on Arthur Darkwood. Matthew, I can't stop wondering about Jake. Do you think he knows we're here? Even if he does, he betrayed us, remember? The chief swore allegiance to the Demon Queen. He couldn't care less about us. Nothing is ever that black and white. But let's move on to what I can tell you about Arthur's body. The autopsy was a challenge. Half the equipment the guard left us isn't even from this century. And Arthur's anatomy is like nothing I've seen before. But the cause of death is clear. Arthur was sliced in two with a blade identical in shape and size to his own. This confirms the guard's claims that he was killed with his own sword. There was something else weird though. Arthur had been completely drained of blood. Arthur was drained of his blood? But why? That I don't know, but I can tell you one thing. I found traces of human tears in Arthur's wounds. Apparently demons have a taste for drinking human tears, and since there are no humans in the netherworld, the glass of their tears is considered a rare treat, like a fine wine. Your killer must have savored a glass of human tears before handling the sword they used to kill Arthur. So our killer enjoys drinking human tears? That's disgusting, but I'll note it down. What was it like out there, Matthew? I was imagining the worst stuck down here. Let's just say that the sooner we find Arthur's killer and figure out a way of stopping the Demon Queen from breaking open the veil, the better. Now what have you got for us on Arthur's sword? I've hit a roadblock with it. See, the blood on Arthur's sword is definitely his, which means you found your murder weapon. But I can't identify the substance I found on the handle. It seems to be some kind of sediment. As much as I don't want to call on the scary demon guard for help, I don't think we have any choice. Oh man, let's get this over with, Matthew. Guard! Guard! We need your help! Alright, no need to shout. What is it? We've retrieved the murder weapon, but there's some sort of sediment on the handle that we can't identify. Ah yes, I know what this is. Sediment from the river Styx. Well, that's no surprise. We found the sword and a bunch of ores used on the river. Yes, but this sediment comes from the mud flats of the Styx, where no boat would venture. It is, however, a popular spot for demons to bathe, and the killer must be one of them. So you're telling us the killer went for a dip in that creepy river before committing the murder, and then went back there to hide the sword? And here I was thinking this case couldn't get any weirder. Matthew, it's hard to believe that one minute we were investigating Arthur's disappearance after he didn't show up at the supernatural convention, and the next we found ourselves whisked away to the netherworld by a demon guard. And things only got worse when we found Arthur Darkwood here, sliced in two and drained of his blood. According to the guard, the Queen had been keeping Arthur alive until tonight's planetary alignment, when she'll break the veil between this world and ours. Was Arthur supposed to play a role in the ritual, Matthew? And if so, did his killer know? Either way, the guard wants us to find Arthur's killer so he can deliver them to his queen. And we've already encountered a few surprises. Namely that Agent Matheson is actually Matheron, a demon sent to Earth to locate Darkwood. I can't believe it, Matthew. We had an enemy in our midst all this time. We also crossed paths with both Reggie Pratt and Edwin Atta. Quick, you need to hide. The Demon Queen is coming this way. I'll see you guys for Chapter 2. Don't go anywhere. And we have returned. Let's start Chapter 2 of To Hell and Back. Wait a minute. Yeah, this is where we last left off on. Quick, Matthew, hide behind that pillar. We'll watch from a distance. Guard, there you are. What can I do for you, my queen? As you know, the planetary alignment takes place tonight. This is my one chance to break open the veil between our world and Earth. And since the traitor plays a crucial role in my plans, I want it brought to me shortly before the Earth aligns with Saturn and Mercury. Is that clear? Of course, my most awe-inspiring queen. Whatever you command. Oh, and bring those pathetic humans of his along. I'm along too. I want them to watch as I destroy their world. Yes, my most gracious queen. I shall deliver the traitor and his humans as requested. Phew. That was a close call, Matthew. But we're still no closer to understanding why the Demon Queen wants Arthur at her ritual tonight. Did he have a role to play, or did she just want him to witness the veil crumble? I don't know, but if we don't find her someone else to blame for his death, she's going to kill me on the spot when she learns the truth. You need to hurry up and find Arthur's killer before the Queen discovers he's dead, Matthew. If the Queen passed through here, she must have been heading away from her throne room, so now is your chance to search it for clues, Matthew. Hurry! Very eager to get to the next season. As you can see, I still have a little bit left over from when I was waiting for my charger, which took over a month to come. Here we go. Whoa! I never seen anything like this place, Matthew. I keep half expecting to bump into the chief, too. We know he's here somewhere, probably doing the Queen's dirty work, now that he's on her side. Anyway, back to the matter at hand, finding Arthur's killer. We know the Queen was keeping him alive for her ritual, but we don't know why. Could the killer know something we don't, Matthew? All I can do is keep investigating. The Queen's belongings are a good place to start. Let's look inside for clues. And this is a copy of one of Arthur's weirder stuff books. But someone's crossed out the title and written inferior stuff instead. Collecting some of those skin cells from the book should help us figure out who did it. After that torn fabric, let's put it back together. But before we do any of that, we better retreat to the safety of our cell in case the Queen comes back. Moment, folks. Alright, I got 4 stars. Let's take care of everything now. You found a mirror among the Queen's belongings, Matthew. We know mirrors can retain mystical impressions of the last event that took place in front of them. With any luck, Felix might be able to extract something from this mirror. Let's ask him. Now the torn fabric. I knew this necklace looked more familiar than I'd have liked, Matthew. It belongs to Morgana Blackhawk. We last saw Morgana when we investigated the murder of Gwen's mom, Dolores. After we discovered that Morgana killed Dolores in exchange for demonic powers, she fled here to the Netherworld. Could Morgana have had something to do with Arthur's death? Let's ask her. Hello, Matthew. Is Gwen not with you? I do hope seeing her mother's dead body didn't push her over the edge. Hardly. Gwen is stronger than you'll ever be, Morgana, even with your newfound demonic powers. Now, what do you know about Arthur Darkwood? We're investigating his murder. Ugh, even in the Netherworld, I can't get away from you and your pesky investigations. I have no idea who this Darkwood person is, and besides, I never do anything to jeopardize my place here. After years of trying to bring those whiny witches up to my level, I finally feel at home here among the demons and their queen. They even gave me this shiny new weapon. I picked up their habits too, like taking a brisk swim in the river Styx first thing in the morning, and savoring a delicious glass of human tears among friends. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, Matthew, but I won't let you pin this murder on me. Now the defaced book. Oh boy. Alright, you got those skin cells off the defaced copy of Arthur's book. Microscope around here to check them under. Edwina Pickles. The skin cells on this book by the victim are from Edwina Pickles. Edwina Pickles is Edwina's human form, but why would she have defaced Arthur's book? Let's ask Edwina what she had against the victim, Matthew. Did you decide what you wanted that cup of tea after all, dear? I make the perfect cuppa. The secret ingredient is a few drops of human tears while it's brewing. No, thank you. But we would like answers as to why you defaced this book by Arthur Darkwood. If you must know, I set about reading some of Darkwood's books after his human identity was discovered. Being something of an author myself, I wanted to see how Darkwood's work compared to my own. It started off okay, minus a few plot holes, but then I encountered a character called Edwina, whom he described as a meddling, tea-obsessed crone with no pleasures in life other than cleaning. That hack based a character on me, and he made fun of all the things that give me joy. So you took your revenge while he was chained up and helpless, is that it? No, I simply let out my frustration by scribbling my feelings on the book cover and forgot about it. Let's hope you're telling the truth, Edwina, else you'll have your queen to answer to. I'll see you guys when the Queen's hand mirror has run its course. And we have returned. Let's get the results of the Queen's hand mirror right now. How are you guys holding up down here? We're doing okay, so don't worry about us. You and Matthew just focus on solving Arthur's murder and bringing down the Queen. And speaking of the Queen, I managed to extract a memory impression from her hand mirror. And the last thing the Queen did in front of the mirror was chastise Zeke Davis for letting Arthur defeat him back in Yellowstone. She was furious with him, Matthew. So the Demon Queen was angry with Zeke for letting Arthur get the better of him. This gives Zeke the perfect motive to kill Arthur, Matthew. I think it's time for a catch-up with our old pal. Ha ha ha! Do my eyes deceive me? Is that you, Matthew? Don't tell me we've got you running around playing detective for us. I don't see what's so funny, not least because you're a prime suspect in our investigation into Arthur Darkwood's murder. You're finally in your rightful place. That's what's funny, subservient to us demons. But if you had the slightest idea how things work around here, you wouldn't be accusing the Queen's right-hand man of murder. Right-hand man, eh? That's not the impression we got from this mirror. We know the Queen chewed you out for letting Arthur beat you back in Yellowstone. Did you decide to take your revenge and kill him? Of course not. The Queen had every right to be angry about my mistake, but I've proven myself to her time and time again since then. She knows she can count on me. Now if you'll excuse me, I was just about to take a dip in the river, and perhaps I'll treat myself to a glass of human tears to celebrate your capture. Well, that went well as could be expected, Matthew. And speaking of the river Styx, we should take another look around here since we know our killer passed through. There we go. Matthew, I've seen this sheath before. It's for Arthur's sword. The killer must have left the sheath here when they dropped the sword after the murder. Vacuuming up that hair on it should give us a lead. And what the heck is this poster, Matthew? It shows a demon being mocked by a bunch of other demons. And it reads, "Join us to humiliate," but the name is faded. If someone had fallen out of favor here in the Netherworld, then we need to learn who. Can you decode the name? Matthew, we're getting closer and closer to discovering who killed Arthur. We can't lose momentum now. Oh, Matheron. aka Agent Madison. The target of this shaming session was Matheron, Matthew. That's Madison's real name. So Matheron was singled out to be humiliated by his fellow demons. We need to ask him why. Matheron, you acted like everything was fine when we spoke to you earlier, but we found this poster inviting your fellow demons to publicly shame you. Ugh, I was sure I'd gotten rid of the last of those posters. But I suppose my secret is out now. I'm the laughingstock of the demon community. It's gotten so bad that I can only go bathing in the river Styx late at night when everyone else is asleep. What did you do to warrant such a fall from grace? I failed to catch Arthur Darkwood. I had every resource at my disposal, human or otherwise, but Darkwood kept eluding me and the Queen was getting impatient. So when I got wind that Darkwood was set to attend the Supernatural Conference, I thought I'd finally be able to redeem myself by bringing him in. But the Demon Queen said she lost confidence in me and sent some lackey to arrest Darkwood instead. Now I'll never have the chance to redeem myself. Alright. Let's get Priya to take a look at that hair from the sword sheath, Matthew. Quick! "12 hours. I'll see you guys when this is done. For now, this is Matthew. I'll see you soon." And we return. Let's get the results of the black hair right now. Currently eating a little macaroni at the moment. Priya, what have you got for us on that hair from the sheath of the murder weapon? Well, at first I wasn't entirely sure what I was looking at. The hair was far too coarse to be human and didn't contain any recognizable DNA. On closer inspection, the structure appeared to be closer to animal fur than hair. More specifically, dog fur. Dog fur? You think Arthur's killer is walking around the Netherworld with, like, a poodle or something? Not quite. See, according to the literature, there is only one dog that resides in the Netherworld, the Hellhound. Wow. And since Arthur couldn't have kept a Hellhound on Earth, it must be your killer who left the fur on the sheath of the murder weapon. So our killer has a pet Hellhound. I hope you don't cross paths with it, Matthew. And you're right, Edwinata mentioned owning a Hellhound. Let's make a note of it. Matthew, this whole investigation feels like a bad dream. We're trapped in the Netherworld, and our only ally in the fight against demons has been murdered. The guard who brought us here has tasked us with investigating in the hope that he can deliver Darkwood's killer to the Demon Queen to save his own skin. We still don't know why the Queen was keeping Arthur alive, or if his death will affect her plans to break open the veil. But we do have a number of suspects. We discovered that Renata had an axe to grind with Darkwood after he included an unflattering portrayal of her in one of his books. While Matheson, otherwise known as Matheron, was publicly humiliated for his failure to capture Arthur. Matthew, run! Run? But there's an angry hellhound coming this way. And that'll do. I'll see you all for Chapter 3. And we're going to begin Chapter 3, or yes, Chapter 3 of To Hell and Back. We last left off with Priya telling us to make a break for it because the Hellhound was on our tail. Quick, Matthew! Oh God, what do we do, Matthew? Grrr. Nice doggy. Darjeeling, heal. So sorry, Matthew. Darjeeling got a little excited by the smell of humans. Don't mind us, we'll be leaving you to it. Phew. That was a close call. You can come out now, everyone. Matthew, you and I need to get back to finding Arthur's killer before the Queen attempts to break the veil tonight, and before we get mauled by another wayward hellhound. It's time we took another look around the Queen's throne room, but let's be careful, Matthew. We can't let her catch us sneaking around. Got it. Phew! The Queen isn't here, so let's see what you found, Matthew. That scroll has a sketch of Arthur on it. We better recover the faded writing. And let's get that box unlocked before you put that broken stone back together. We better hurry back to our cell with these clues before the Queen returns. Quick! That's a scary photo. Got it. Wow. Look like kid drawing. Matthew, this box seems to be full of children's drawings. I don't know how this is a lead, but let's hope Felix can make some sense of what's in this box. Demon kill checklist. Matthew, that scroll featuring a sketch of Arthur is a checklist of how to kill a demon. Look, it says, must use a demonic weapon. Only dying in the netherworld will truly kill a demon. Matthew, someone was clearly planning to kill Arthur. A demon wouldn't have needed this checklist, which means it must have come from our only human suspect, Morgana Blackhawk. We need to question her quick. Morgana, we're going to need you to explain this checklist you made of how to kill a demon. I can't explain. I wasn't honest earlier. I don't feel at home here at all. I've been trying my best to fit in, but the demons refuse to accept me as one of their own. In fact, the only one who's been nice to me is Reggie. He gave me a pup from his hellhound's litter and has been showing me how to train it. Okay, so you feel left out. But what does that have to do with Arthur? I got wind of the fact that the Queen's arch nemesis was being held in the dungeons. And I thought that killing him might earn me some respect among the demons. But I didn't go through with it, I swear. I discovered just in time that it would have been a terrible faux pas. Well, if you did kill him, we won't be able to protect you from the Demon Queen's wrath. Look, Matthew, this engraving shows Arthur bowing to the Demon Queen. And is that Zeke in the corner? He doesn't look happy. You're right, there's no time to try and decipher the meaning of this engraving. Let's ask Zeke what's going on. can you explain this engraving we found of you and Arthur with the Demon Queen? Alright, but prepare for your tiny minds to be blown. My relationship with Arthur goes back millennia. For a long time, we were close friends. Both of us were young and eager to serve our queen, but our friendship always came first. Until one day, Arthur changed. He became fanatical about climbing the ranks of the queen's devotees, and he didn't care who he stepped on to get there. Arthur knew that the queen had a soft spot for me, so he decided to sabotage me. He told her that I was disloyal and couldn't be trusted. And it worked. Arthur was sworn in as the queen's right-hand man, and I faded into the background, just as that tablet shows. He enjoyed her confidence for centuries until he betrayed her. Do you really expect us to believe that Arthur went from being the queen's right-hand man to her greatest enemy? Believe what you like, Matthew, but ask yourself this. Do you really think Arthur would have... Unless you want me to be dinner... Unless you want to be dinner, I suggest you get out of my way. Okay? And that will do for this. I'll let the children's drawings run their course. So for now, this is Matthew. I'll catch you later. And we have returned. Let's get the results of the children's drawings right now. Matthew, your hunch was right about this box. It did belong to a demon child. Any clue who this child is? Well, I identified not one but two children's names on one of the drawings. Helmer and Aratoth. I checked these names against the records the Demon Guard left us, and I discovered that Helmer is Reggie's demon name. And Aratoth is Arthur's. But what would Reggie and Arthur's childhood possessions be doing in the same box? You think they might be brothers, Matthew? We need to ask Reggie about this quick. Reggie, is there something you want to tell us about your relationship with Arthur? Oh, I wondered when you'd find out about that. So it's true, you and Arthur were brothers? Yes, and it was nearly the death of me. What do you mean? As you know, there was a civil war between the demons. We were depleting the Netherworld's resources too quickly, so the Demon Queen decided that we'd invade your world for its reserves. Some of the weaker spirited demons didn't approve and mounted a rebellion against the Queen. One of the leaders of that revolt was Arthur. But he disappeared mid-battle. Whether he was injured or ran away, nobody knows. But the Queen's supporters tortured me for days trying to get information on his whereabouts. I started to think that I'd never again feel the cool waters of the river Styx or taste sweet human tears. Until the Queen intervened and stopped them. I owe her my life, Matthew. I never betray her to get revenge on Arthur. Matthew, the closer we get to finding Arthur's killer, the more I worry about how we're going to stop the Demon Queen. I just wish we knew why the Demon Queen was keeping Arthur alive for her ritual to break open the veil. As for our suspects, we've learned that Reggie was Arthur's brother, and that he was tortured over the victim's whereabouts. Zeke, meanwhile, was angry at Arthur for stepping on him in his quest to become the Queen's right-hand man. And then there's Morgana Blackhawk, who plotted to kill Arthur to prove herself to the other demons. She says she didn't go through with it, but can we believe her? The facts will speak for themselves, Matthew. Since the murder took place in this very cell, we should take another look around. one. Okay, I got the first star. Nice catch, Matthew. That vial of human tears must belong to our killer. Collecting some of that substance on the vial might lead us straight to them. And if you want to look through those rocks, I'll help. Matthew, the planets are going to align in just a few hours, and we still don't know who killed Arthur or why the Queen needs him to break open the veil. But we've got to hope against hope that finding Arthur's killer will help us bring her down. We can't stop now. Got it. A collar. Matthew, you found some kind of dog collar among those rocks. Good thinking. We know the killer has a hellhound. This collar might belong to them. We need Priya to take a look at this collar, quick. Got it. Matthew, let's get this substance from the killer's vial of tears to Priya, quick. I'll get the remaining 4 stars off camera. So for now, this is Matthew. I'll see you soon. Okay, we are back. Let's get the results of the collar from Priya, and let's put a killer behind bars. Matthew, I'm starting to get scared. What if you don't make it out of here alive? We can't think like that, Priya. The Demon Queen was keeping Arthur alive for a reason. If we can figure out what it was, maybe it'll help us bring her down. Now, what can you tell us about that hellhound collar Matthew found among the rocks? Well, I found minute traces of Arthur's blood on the collar, which confirms that it belongs to your killer's hellhound. Unfortunately, the collar was free of any other substances, but I did notice microscopic wear and tear on the leash, which gave me an idea. Measuring the collar allowed me to estimate the size of the hellhound and, consequently, the maximum force it could exert on the leash. By studying the wear and tear caused by tension on the leash, I was then able to calculate the weight of the counterbalance, i.e. your killer. Matthew, I can tell you that your killer weighs at least 170 pounds. Great work, Priya. So we're looking for a killer weighing over 170 pounds. Matthew, their heart will be heavy when we catch them. Matthew, I've just been trying to console Gwen. She's worried sick that she might never see Pierce or Tilly again. But to be honest, I'm scared I'll never see Xander again either if the demons invade Earth. We won't let that happen, Priya. Now tell us, did that substance Matthew collected from the killer's vial of tears give you a lead? Yes, but I had to call in the guard to help me figure it out. Apparently the substance is a special kind of polish used to amplify the power of a weapon. The polish is only produced here in the Netherworld, which means it can't have come from Arthur's sword. It must be our killer who has a weapon. The killer thought they could outwit Matthew by committing the murder with Arthur's sword, but now we know that they're carrying a weapon of their own. We better be on our guard when we confront them. Matthew, the planetary alignment is nearly upon us, and we still have no idea how we're going to stop the Demon Queen from breaking the veil. We can only hope that finding Arthur's killer will buy us time. Let's go get them, Matthew. It isn't Reggie Pratt. He doesn't have a weapon. It's not Edwinata. Oh, it's not Matheron. And it isn't Morgana Blackhawk. What do you know? It's Zeke Davis again, I believe. I think Zeke Davis was a killer already, or in a prior mission. A prior case. And my streak continues. Zeke, it was you who killed Arthur Darkwood? Shh, not so loud. You'll get us all killed. Wait, so you admit you killed Arthur? Yes, it was me, all right. But it was nothing personal. I just needed Arthur's blood. If the Demon Queen can't drink the blood of her arch enemy just before the planets align, she'll lose a chance to break open the veil for good. Let me get this straight. You don't want the Demon Queen to invade Earth? Why? Look, truth be told, I grew to like Earth, Matthew. I lived like a king among you lowly creatures. Your world's bountiful resources were all mine, and I took orders from no one. Ever since Arthur banished me back here, I've been looking for a way to get back to Earth. But if the Queen succeeds in breaking open the veil, there'll be nothing worth going back for. My kind will raze it to the ground. So we can stop the Demon Queen's plans if we keep her from getting her hands on Arthur's blood. Where is it now? It was too dangerous to keep it on me, so I had to find a solution. Since only a demon can kill another demon, I knew they never search you humans for Arthur's blood. So I gave the blood to your chief for safekeeping just a few moments ago. You gave it to our chief? But he's in league with the Demon Queen. What? Your chief is with the Queen? There they are! You'll die for your treachery. Zeke! Matthew, you shouldn't have come here. Chief, tell us what you've done with Arthur's blood. You've lost, Matthew, and now you'll get to stand by and watch as I destroy your world. Oh my goodness. Matthew, the planets must be about to align. Say your goodbyes, Matthew. I finally have the power to open the veil. Earth is ours for the taking. What happened, Matthew? The floor started shaking and we didn't manage to stop the Demon Queen in time. You mean the Queen broke the veil? Yes, we're too late. It's over. It's never too late, Matthew. We can still bring the Demon Queen down. We'll see if we can do that in Beyond the Veil 5-5. Don't go anywhere. And we have returned. And we're going to start Beyond the Veil 5-5 and hopefully stop the Demon Queen. I'm sorry guys, we were too late. What do you mean too late? Zeke gave Arthur's blood to the chief, not realizing that he'd allied with the Demon Queen. And before we could react, the planets aligned and the Queen drank Arthur's blood. And then the Queen tore a hole in the veil between the Netherworld and our world. It's not too late to stop the Demon Queen, Matthew. She can still be defeated. Chief, how dare you show your face here? This is all your fault! I made a terrible mistake, Matthew. I was so desperate to believe my wife lived on in the Demon Queen that it blinded me to the obvious. It was just a body, not Lily. But I want to make it right before it's too late. The demons haven't yet invaded our world, but the hole in the veil is getting bigger every minute. And the only thing keeping it open is the Demon Queen. If we can kill her, we can close the veil. Jake, I don't know if we can trust you, but we've been through a lot together, so if you have an idea, I'm willing to hear it. Matthew, whether we can trust the chief or not, I don't think we should put all our eggs in one basket. I've had a lot of time to think about what my guardian meant by there is still hope, and I think I have an idea of how we could figure it out. I'll explain everything to you and Gwen once you're done talking to the chief. Talk to Chief Arrow first. Matthew, I need to start by saying how sorry I am. I should have known better than to believe part of Lily lived on inside the Demon Queen, and now my foolish mistake might end humanity for good. I can't say that your betrayal didn't hurt, Jake. It's hard to see how we can forgive you right now. I understand, but more importantly, I won't be able to forgive myself if I don't fix my mistake. Matthew, I want to bring down the Demon Queen, and if there's anything that might indicate how to defeat her, I'm betting it's in the throne room. You want to go to the throne room? It's too dangerous. What if the Queen is looking for us? We're small fry to the Queen now. She'll be busy rallying the demon hordes for her attack on Earth. Come on, Matthew. Let's go search the throne room for clues, and take these coins in case we need to bribe any guards on the way. Got it. Matthew, this scroll you picked up looks promising. Let's return to the cell to recover the faded text, Matthew. Okay. Got it. Ancient prophecy. You've recovered the writing on the scroll, but it's in some kind of demonic language. Usually we'd ask Hope to run the scroll against her translation software, but obviously she didn't bring it to the Netherworld with her. Let's hope Felix can help instead. And just because I want to, I'm going to speed this up immediately. I know I'm far behind. Matthew, I know a lot of languages, but the one on this scroll has almost nothing in common with any of them. Don't tell us you couldn't decipher it. The demon horse could break through the veil at any moment. And whose fault is it that we're in this situation in the first place? Whoa, guys, cool it. We need to work together if we're to have any hope of beating the Queen. I'm sorry, I'm just frustrated. I've only been able to translate part of the scroll so far. It seems to be a prophecy, which predicts that Earth will be overrun by demons unless the Queen's closest ally turned nemesis can stop her. Closest ally turned nemesis? That must be Arthur, but he's dead, I know. Look, this is all I can offer for you now, but I'll keep working on translating the rest of the text. I'll let you know the second I'm done. Matthew, I've been racking my brain trying to guess what my guardian meant by that note, "There is still hope." And did you manage to figure it out? No, I still have no idea how I could be the demon's weakness. But I got thinking about how Roxanne, the vampire coven leader, had managed to learn something about my supposed role in all of this. And that made me wonder if Arthur might also have figured something out before he died. I know it's a long shot, but I think we should see if he had anything on him when he was abducted. I'll take any lead we can get our hands on, if it might help us bring down the Demon Queen and close the veil. Let's scour the cell for any sign of Arthur's belongings, and Matthew, take this to help you blend in. Do this. That's it. Oh, that was weird. Bingo! This satchel has Arthur's initials on it. Matthew, we better pray that there's something in here that can help us defeat the Demon Queen. Let's get the satchel unlocked. Got it. You've got Arthur's satchel open, and not a minute too soon. Demons are gearing up to pour through the hole in the veil at any moment. Matthew, leave the satchel with me. If there's anything that explains how I might help stop the demons, I'll find it. We got demons to stop here. So, was your theory correct, Hope? Had Arthur discovered what's special about you? Well, Arthur's satchel was full of musings on how the Demon Queen might be defeated. But he dismissed all of his ideas as unworkable, apart from the one that involves me. So Rithymia was right. You do have some kind of special quality that might help us defeat the demons. Arthur had discovered that Rithymia had used some of the Queen's own life force to build her cage and its 5 keys. And since I was one of those keys built from the Demon Queen's energy, Arthur speculated that I'm the only one with the power to bring her down. But that's as far as he got, Matthew. He didn't get around to figuring out how I'm supposed to do it. Whoa, this is a lot to take in, Hope. I suggest we regroup with the others to talk it over. Everyone, I want to reiterate how sorry I am. I was a fool to think there could be anything left of Lily and that monster. I let myself be led astray, and I take full responsibility. It's not just the betrayal that hurts, Chief. It's the fact that you gave the Demon Queen everything she needs to wipe out humanity. But since the fate of the world depends on us, I don't think we have any other choice than to trust you right now. Thank you, Matthew. This means the world to me. And speaking of the world, let's go save it. We've discovered that Hope and the Demon Queen share some kind of mystical connection. And Arthur believed that connection might somehow give Hope the strength to bring down the Demon Queen. But that contradicts the prophecy we found in the Demon Queen's throne room. Felix only managed to translate a small part of the prophecy, which claims that no one but the Queen's closest ally turned nemesis can stop her. But that's Arthur Darkwood, and he's dead. Matthew, I figured out the rest of the prophecy. I know how to stop the Demon Queen. You better fill us in, Felix, and quickly. I'll talk to Felix Reed. Let's hear it, Felix. What did that prophecy say about bringing down the Demon Queen? The text goes on to say that the Queen can only be defeated when the traitor and the key become one. The traitor and the key? You mean Arthur and me? Yes, at first I thought that the prophecy meant Arthur needed to be alive. But it turns out that Hope has to take on Arthur's demon form to beat the Queen. What? You mean Hope has to inhabit Arthur's body? Yes, only the combined force of Arthur's demonic powers and the mystical energy Hope shares with the Queen is enough to bring her down. Hope, I know that this is a big ask. You'd be risking your life. I've done a lot of thinking about who I am and what my existence means since I discovered that I was a key. I was brought into this world to defeat the Queen, Matthew, and that's what I want to do, no matter the cost. Then according to the prophecy, we've got to locate the magical chalice that you'll need to dip in the river Styx. Alright, let's search the river Styx for this chalice, Matthew, and we better hope we find a pick-me-up on the way. And we did. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Matthew, this is it. This is the chalice the prophecy mentioned. I can sense it. But it's broken. You better put it back together quickly. Okay. Got it. All right, Matthew, this is it. We've got the chalice for the spell to merge me and Arthur into one. Let's dip the chalice in the river and get it back to Felix, quick. And you know what? I'm going to speed this up too. I want to get to the next season. I'm very excited about that. And I know I'm far behind because of my computer. Now with the chalice, do you have everything you need to merge me and Arthur into some kind of super weapon, Felix? I prepared Arthur's body to host your energy as set out in the prophecy. All you need to do is drink the river water from that chalice, and your spirit will leave your body and enter Arthur's. The demonic host will then adapt to your likeness, and you'll be ready to face the Demon Queen. Okay, I'm ready, Matthew. Let's do this. Yep. So how do I look, Matthew? Like you're ready to do battle, Hopi. But are you sure you want to go through with this? It's not too late to change your mind. I'm sure, Gwen, this is the only way to defeat the Queen and close the veil before demons can invade Earth. The future of the world rests on me, and I'll do all I can to save it. Hope, I'm not good with emotions, and if I'd shown better judgment, maybe we wouldn't be in this mess. But I want you to know that you're like a daughter to me. If anything happens to you, I'll never forgive myself. You guys have become my family too. That's why I have to do this. For all of us. Now you guys stay behind me. It's time to take the Demon Queen down, Matthew. It is very much time to take the Demon Queen down. Let's do this. The time to invade Earth is upon us. We will take no prisoners as we ravage their world and drain it of its very life force. Not if I have anything to do with it. Do you really think you can defeat me, little girl? Guard, get rid of her. Let's do this. Your minions are no match for me. Stop being a coward. Face me yourself. Let's get this over with. Get ready to die. Not so fast. Wow. Arrgh! We did it, Matthew! The Demon Queen is gone and the veil is closed. All the other demons are gone too. Yeah, they all crumbled to dust in front of our eyes. This means we can go home. Matthew, I've dedicated so much of my life to fighting evil that I never imagined one day I'd be the one putting the world at risk. But there is one thing I can be proud of. This team. Even when all seemed lost, you never gave up. You're courageous and kind, and it's an honor to be your chief. Now, Matthew, what do you say we get the hell out of this hellhole? Well, Matthew, it's been a quiet 2 months since we returned to Earth. The supernatural community expressed their thanks to us for saving the world from a demon invasion. And as a token of their gratitude, they promised to live more harmoniously alongside us humans. Yeah, and since there's been less supernatural crime, we've all been able to take a much-needed break. I got to go visit Tilly at our brother's place, and we had a proper memorial for our mom. And Pierce and I have made our relationship official. In fact, he's going to accompany me to Priya and Xander's wedding in France. You didn't forget that we're flying to Paris today, did you, Matthew? Then I'll see you at the ceremony. We are gathered here today to celebrate the marriage of Priya Desai and Xander Stark. I've had the honor of seeing Priya overcome her demons, both personal and otherwise, in recent years. And so it gives me great pleasure to have been chosen to join her and Xander in matrimony today. Now, without further ado, do you, Xander, take Priya as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. And do you, Priya, take Xander as your lawfully wedded husband? I do. Then by the power vested in me, I now declare you man and wife. You may now kiss the bride. Kind of looks a little like Jones. From the side, anyway. But that's good to see. That's very good to see. We're so glad you could make it, Matthew. I couldn't have asked for a more magical day, surrounded by my friends and family. Speaking of family, you haven't introduced me to your friends yet. Guys, this is my mom. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Priya's told me so much about you. But I hope you won't be keeping her so busy now that she's a married woman. You have my word that she won't have too much work at our pharmaceutical company. Now, may I have this dance, madam? My, you never told me your boss was such a gentleman, Priya. I'd be delighted. Well, Matthew, I say it was worth saving the world just to get to see the chief dance. Personally, I'm going to need a few more drinks before I brave the dance floor. Not me. I'm always ready to dance, especially in such a beautiful setting. Isn't Paris magical, Matthew? I can totally imagine you fitting in here. But for now, let's party the night away. You can explore the city of romance tomorrow. What a finish. Now we know the new case is out. So what I'm going to do first here is get the burger out of the way. And we'll get these 4 sticker packs out of the way. Okay. And that'll do. Now, City of Romance. 30 cases also. Now, oh my god, I love this music. Quartz Chic. Looks like I'll get to go to this first case for free, but that's going to be next time. So for now, this is Matthew. I'll see you soon.